Can I go live this way? Or this way? Oh, orientation is locked. Uh-oh. Maybe I can just see. It's Ron Jackson. I don't know why my orientation is locked like this, but that's fine. On YouTube, it's locked. So, okay. Let me go here to my channel. See what's going on here. I'm live right now, and I know that people are probably not watching yet. I'm going to be taking some questions and see what's going on with you guys. My orientation is actually straight right now, so let me go to my Instagram. I'm going to do the same thing, okay? I'm going live right now. Hey, I'm going to take some questions, guys. Hey, Malachi, how you doing? Always great to see you. Great lesson last time. So I'm going to be, just taking some questions, announcing my workshop this weekend for you guys on YouTube. Please come to my jazz workshop this coming Sunday, July 18th, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7-day playback at Lively. Just go to my website, or actually go to linktree.com/Ron Jackson Music, or go lively.com. Lively.com. Sam and everybody and Henry, how's it going? Do I play unplugged? Oh, I always practice unplugged, actually, guys. That's a good question, Samuel. Yeah, I play unplugged, but you know, when I'm on the camera, I actually play through my amp, just because you could probably hear better. But I actually have a lot of acoustic guitars here. So if you want to come to my jazz improv workshop this weekend, please come by and sign up. The space is limited. Malachi, one of my students who's on here right now, just made a comment. He's coming, and possibly with another friend. And I met Malachi here on YouTube, one of my YouTube fans, and a great student. I'm going to go live also on Instagram, everybody. So let me go live on Instagram right now as well. And let me turn this camera around. I'm going to turn my badges on. Now, Instagram wants me to go live too, everybody. So if you want to take questions, let me know. And I'm live on Instagram too right now. You're checking the connection. I'm going to play a song before I do something, okay? Hey, Tom from North Carolina. How are you? How's it going, man? Good? Uh-oh, sorry. So, hey, everybody. It's Ron Jackson. I'm on Instagram too. So Instagram wants me to let you know I'm live now. Hey, Zeke. How's it going? Good. I'm going live right now on Instagram, and just so you know, Instagram wants to let you know I'm using badges right now, so you can donate to my live stream. And cool, man. And this is where you can actually donate to me, and when I go live. So I'm announcing this for Instagram, everybody, and on YouTube, because I'm on YouTube as well. Okay, so I'm going to be taking questions, but and also on Instagram, I'm also doing a workshop on Lively. So go check it out when you get a chance. Okay, this coming Sunday, and you can learn all about jazz improvisation. Oh, I already got a badge. Thank you, whoever did that. Thanks. let me say thank you. Oh, who's that again? Maldez. Don't forget to thank them. Maldez, is that? Oh, is that? Don't tell me, Malachi. You actually gave me another badge. Thanks, man. Thanks. So let me play a song, everybody. Let me stop talking, okay? And we'll talk about my workshop and other things happening soon. Let me see. I'll play the song that I actually did a video on YouTube for and on Instagram. It's called Janine, one of my favorite Duke Pearson songs. Okay, so I'm gonna use my 7-string. Here we go. Okay, everybody. Wow. Thank you for watching. That was called Janine, one of my favorite jazz standards, actually, but I usually play with a band, not by myself. So that was fun, actually. It's good to play. I don't, it's funny, I don't practice enough. I'm doing too much other stuff. Business, social media, filming, all kinds of stuff, Recently, gigs. I'm getting a lot of gigs now. And I'm booking a tour for next year, so be on the lookout, everybody in the Midwest. I'm coming to you. I'm doing like a 2-week tour in the Midwest. I'm starting to book right now in the middle of March, and possibly the West Coast. I'm working on all that right now, and it's going to be, so if you know of a place to take me, send me an email at ron@ronjacksonmusic.com, and I'll come over to your place and play too. So let me see, there's some questions here I want to ask them. And, thank you everybody for watching. I really appreciate you guys. How long have I been playing? Okay. Henry Fuller's asking how long I've been playing. I've been playing since I was 11. That's a long time, everybody. And I still need to practice. So just so you know. I've been playing since I was 11, and I still need to practice, and I don't practice enough, unfortunately. And there's a lot of things I need to work on and to get better at. And so who inspired you to take up 7 strings? So hey, Sean on YouTube is asking me who inspired me to play 7 string. Actually, what's really funny, I was studying with Bucky Pizzarelli the great master 7-string guitar player, for like about 10 on and off for 10 years studying comping, and he actually was encouraging me to play 7-string the whole time, even though I was practicing these things with him. On 6-string, I was practicing like comping like this, you know. You know, swing comping like that, like Freddie Green stuff. That kind of stuff. But the whole time, he was always encouraging me to play 7-string. So I took up 7-string back in 2012. It's been about 10 years, and I'm still working on this. So I tune with the low A string, like he does, like George Van Emst did, okay, and Howard Alden. Most 7-string jazz players play with a low A string. Howard Paul from Benedetto, Ron Este, they all play with a low 7-string A, okay. So it's a great, it's standard tuning, E, A, D, G, B, E, low A, doubles the A string, okay? So that's how I got started on that. That's who inspired me. And let me see, Daniel, I'm an upright bassist, love your channel. So what do you ask, so I want to ask you about if you have any tips regarding walking bass patterns and how to create a coherent bass line with a clear direction. So, just so you know, I did actually like a live stream about walking bass lines actually like last week. So basically, if you're playing through a jazz standard, like any jazz standard, I mean, there's always like issues with walking bass lines. I find it easier to do a walking bass line where there's a lot of chords because you don't have much time to walk around. To walk to different, you can walk to different changes much easier with a song like I'm looking at Blues for Alice right now. It's just a blues. It's a jazz blues with a lot of chord changes. Like it goes F, and then E minor A7, D minor G7. That song is not hard to play on the bass because there's a lot of chords there, and you can kind of walk through them and connect them together, with different bass lines. Actually, I was working on this with one of my students who studies out in Colorado. He's a bass player actually who takes bass lessons and guitar lessons with me. So, his name is Chris. Chris, if you're watching, say hi. He's on Instagram and everything. So that's easy to play because I can play basically a bass line that you could just start off with roots and go, etc. That's easy to do with a song like this. That's the easiest bass line, just roots, everybody. Emphasizing the 2 and 4. I'm just doing all roots right now. And when you start doing more complicated bass lines on a song like that, you're going to have to use passing tones and approach notes. You're going to have to go. Root 5th. See all the then I'm connecting the bass line to the next chord. And I use sometimes different kinds of turnarounds as one of the things I like to use, okay? So instead of doing like the 1, 6, 2, 5, like F, D minor, G7, G minor 7, F7, I'll like switch. Things like that, okay? So so coherent bass lines are harder to do on songs like say pick a song like So What. Because if I'm walking on a song like So What by Miles Davis. Oh, I forgot the etc. Whatever. So I'm going to actually walk with a bass line like this through those changes. That's much harder. That's much harder. Much harder for me to play over one chord without stopping. That's a really hard song. So a lot of people actually I mean, you know, a lot of people who don't play jazz as much, they also get lost on a song form like that because the chords are going by so long that you have to really feel the form. Etc. So that's like so what walking through so what, and that's much harder than some really hard changes like Jai said. To me, that's easier to play over giant steps or something because the chords are going by a lot fast, and you just basically have to hit the chord. But when there's a one chord, you have to be able to have really imaginative bass lines. So that's a good question. Let me see. There's some questions here. There's a lot of questions. So, can you play some metal? Not today. I don't think I know any metal songs that much as jazz songs. Sorry. Eddie Van Halen. Well, I used to know some Van Halen. I don't call them metal though, actually. But thank you. So most medieval scale. What's the most medieval scale? I gotta think about that one. Yeah, that's a funny question. Greetings from India. Hello, sir, from India. Hi, how's it going? So let me see. I'm an intermediate guitarist. Any tips who want to start first learning jazz guitar? So everybody, if you want to learn learn about jazz guitar, first, I'll be making my announcement again. Come by my workshop this coming Sunday, okay? And I'm doing a workshop all about jazz improvisation, okay? And it's inexpensive. It's at Lively. You can go to my website to sign up, or you can go to lively.com. Okay, right here. It's on Instagram. It's actually backwards. I'm sorry. So just go to lively.com or go to the link in my bio if you're on Instagram. Okay, and you can go to my workshop and learn. Also, you could. The best thing to do is actually start learning tunes and jazz tunes if you want to play jazz. Okay, and get a good guitar teacher. Jam with your friends. Start learning jazz standards, transcribing solos, listening to the music. It's all involved. Just the same thing. Same thing when you play rock or any kind of music. You have to just learn the tunes, start learning the solos, learning the melodies. Exactly the same thing. It's just a little bit harder in jazz, I think, in some respects, you know. But don't get me wrong. There's some great progressive rock bands and other styles of music. I think classical guitar is hard too. Everything is hard. So so those are one of the things you can actually do. Let me see some of the questions here on Instagram because I think I'm kind of neglecting Instagram. Let me see. Let me say hi to some people here. Hi, Nolan and Ron. I'm waving to some people on Instagram. So Instagram, just so you know, I'm saying hi to Instagram, everybody. The harmonic minor scale is great. I work a lot on the harmonic minor scale recently, and I need what's funny about the harmonic minor scale. Someone's mentioning that on YouTube is that I know the harmonic minor scale, but I mean I need to memorize all the modes as well. I know how to use it in jazz too, but knowing the names of the modes, you can play a scale and know how to play jazz and not know what the name is sometimes. You just play it. So when I'm teaching my students, I need to let them know about that. So everybody on Instagram, just so you know, I'm taking badges. So if you if you enjoy what I'm doing, you can just give me a badge. And Instagram is encouraging me to do that. Okay, to let my fans know on Instagram, so you can buy a badge. And now if you're on YouTube, you could just donate to PayPal at Ron Jackson Music. Everybody on YouTube, hey, PayPal also on Instagram too if you want. Okay, PayPal, you can join. I mean, you can just give a donation at PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo, all at Ron Jackson Music. Okay, or guitar. So let me play another song. There's a harmonic minor scale, for example. When I like to use the harmonic minor scale, so someone's asking about, So for example, if I'm doing in jazz, if I do a minor 2/5, let's say a minor 2/5 in the key of D minor. So that's E half diminished or minor 7 flat 5 to A7 flat 9, and then to D minor. Okay. What I do with that whole 2/5 2/5 progression, we call it minor 2/5. I would play a whole D harmonic minor scale over the whole thing. I would play. So that's a great way of using the harmonic minor scale. Okay, is in that situation in jazz, and in general, you can use it all over. You know, in many different ways. If I'm playing over like a C major 7 with a sharp 5, I could use an A harmonic minor over that. So that's called that's actually they call it an Ionian sharp 5. There's so many ways to use the harmonic minor scale in jazz, and I use a melodic minor a lot too in jazz. So that's a great question. Oh, what's a good someone Mick Snipes is asking me a question. What's a good incorporate harmonics into songs? So you know what I do a lot. I mean, there's a couple of ways to do harmonics. I like doing harmonics over chords, like open string chords. Well, open string harmonics I like to use a lot over bass lines. So if I'm playing a C major 7, I like to do this. Okay, or if I'm playing over an E chord, this one, E flat chord. That's a really cool sound. So this is actually a D over a C chord, which is like implies a major 7, sharp 11 with a 9. Okay, I like to do that a lot. I like to do the E major 7 sharp, E flat major 7 flat sharp 5. I mean, that's one thing I like to do. I mean, there's so many ways you can do harmonic. I could do this. Okay, so those are natural harmonics. Now we can get into octave harmonics. I have a video about that, and I need to practice these things more. So that's when you actually play, let's say you're playing a note here on the G string, on the first string of the G note, which is the 3rd fret, and you just hit, and you actually hit the harmonic of the 12th fret right above the metal. That's called an octave harmonic. So you can do melodies like that. I need to practice this stuff more. You know who's really good at that is Jack Wilkins, the guitar player. You know, to play the octave harmonic, like you have to hit it exactly above the 12th fret and use your thumb and first finger to execute the note. Okay, that's a really cool thing. I like to do things like this, like Lenny Bro. Check him out. He was amazing with that stuff. You can do things like this. And Russell Malone's really good at this too, the guitar player. So you can do octave harmonics with chords like this. So I'm doing a minor 9 chord, and doing the harmonic like this. Sounds like bells. I'm going to do more of that on my next album. Someone's recommending to me. So those are cool things you can do with harmonics. Octave harmonics and natural harmonics, mixing bass lines and chords with that. I do it all the time. Like this. That's an E major 7 chord, hitting the harmonic on the 9th fret. Or the 4th fret. Those are really cool harmonics to use, everybody. So that's a great question. Oh, for a beginner, Keiser Souls, get a guitar teacher, everybody. You know what? When I was growing up, I had some good friends who were good at guitar, taught me basics. But a guitar teacher can really hear what your problems are and what you need to work on. You know, like they'll say, well, you're not putting your finger correctly here, you're not hitting the note correctly. You know, or you adjust your picking hand to get better, you know, speed. It could be anything. So if you want to study, you know, study with a teacher. And you know, I teach beginners to college, to anybody. I'm going to be taking lessons soon too. I'm going to actually try to. If you look on my Instagram, everybody, there's like this there's this a photo shoot from the 55 bar, and Mike Stern's up there. I'm thinking of taking a lesson with him. I told him I want to take a lesson. He said, sure, sure. So Mike Stern, I'm going to take a lesson with him, the great guitar player that played with Miles Davis. I actually saw him play with Miles Davis when I was in high school. And I've been wanting to take a lesson with him for years. And also maybe Alex Skolnick. He's another great guy. So I learned a lot of stuff myself from other guitar players. Not, you know I can play the guitar, but there's always something to learn from somebody. So it's important to study with people, okay? Let me see some of the questions up here on Instagram. We wait for some people. Oh, let me see. Hey. Oh, thanks, Ron. If you're listening and learn something, give Ron a badge. Oh, thank you. Thank you. My student Malachi on Instagram says, give me a badge if you're enjoying what I'm doing. Thank you, Malachi. He's one of my students, and he's a great supporter of mine. So someone's asking me a question. Just found out. Keep live coming. I will. So now, hey Ron, I'm a singer, and I really cannot find a good guitar riff I can play to accompany myself singing songs like Blue Suede Shoes. I don't have a drummer or a bass player to keep the groove somehow. Okay. Can you give an example of tritone in jazz songs? So, okay. Someone's asking me about tritones in jazz tunes. So, for example, let's say I'm playing like, let me see. I'll pick a song in the key of F this time. Make it E flat. So a blues has tritones in it, okay? So E flat blues, so on an E flat chord, the tritone is a G and a D flat, and the root is E flat. So that's a tritone. Now he's asking about tritones, but is he talking about tritone substitution? I don't know. Tritones are basically just the octave split up in half actually. So you usually see that in blues songs, songs dominant seventh chords basically in general. Okay. So I hope that answered your question. Thoughts on polyphia? I need to check that out more. So mixed knives, I don't know much about that. I skipped a question. Sir, any tips on making modal jazz progression and improvisation over modal progression? So when you're playing over a modal progression, let's say like So What? I was talking about that earlier. For example, it depends on the mode you're using. So in So What, they use the Dorian mode, which is actually the mode that most guys use in jazz when they're playing over a minor chord, just so you know. Well, at least I do. The people I listen to, like Wes Montgomery. So you got to be able to figure out phrases using that mode that you're in, on the song that you're doing. And usually modals playing, in jazz we kind of mix it up with all the fancy jazz reharms and approach notes and passing tones and things like that, and rhythms. So basically I'm playing over an E flat Dorian mode and So What, and D minor Dorian mode, but then I'm putting all my fancy jazz licks in there with, passing tones, lines, approach. So I'm mixing those up with the modes, okay? When I'm actually taking solos. So I'm doing all my fancy jazz stuff, but then also trying to play around the mode. Oh, teach a jazz solo with tabs, please. With tabs? Oh my God. Okay, so someone's asking me, do you have selective picking? So when I'm actually picking, depending on what I'm playing, I use a lot of economy picking, which is a mixture of legato with my left hand. In my case, my fretting hand is my left hand. If you're left-handed, it's your right hand. Okay. Also, I use sweep picking and alternate picking. So that's what I use basically. So alternate picking is just basically down up. And also, I'm using the George Benson picking technique, which is sideways. So I'm actually picking all down and up strokes right now. with alternate picking. But when I'm actually playing, I don't actually play all strokes. I actually mix it up with slurs like this. So slurs are basically just hammer-ons and pull-up. So if I'm doing a phrase like this, then also I'm also doing sweeping like this. Well, you know, when you go in the same direction with a pick like this. So I'll go. Okay, so I'm using a combination of all those picking techniques. So depending on what I'm playing, I actually, you know, use economy picking, you know, a combination of all those techniques. Okay, everybody. I don't, you know, teach a jazz solo with tabs. You know, you can go to my Patreon, everybody. Just so you know, I have a lot of patrons now, and if you want to join my Patreon, you can learn. I have a lot of solos and about these techniques on my Patreon. So just join for $3, and you'll get like one lesson a month about that. You know, that's the lowest register. Then you get 3 lessons or more a month if you join the $9. So that's my Patreon, www.patreon.com, and that's actually on Instagram. That's this. Okay. So just join my Patreon and you can learn all kinds of stuff, techniques like that. With tabs too, okay? Now usually when I started playing guitar, I don't use tabs, but I had to start writing them out because I write for Acoustic Guitar Magazine as well. And you know, most guitar players can't read, so I have to write out everything with tabs for everybody and the notation. But you know, the problem with tabs is you can't, if you don't know what the song sounds like, you know, you can't play the tabs because you don't know what the rhythms are, what it sounds like. So it's important to learn how to read music too, everybody. Oh, just so you know, everybody, I have a cool amp right here called the Henriksen Bud 6. And this is the amp I'm using right now. Take a look. Okay, so I have my own, I've sold a lot of these amps to all my fans and friends. So if you want to get a discount on this amp, please, you know, you can look after this. I'll put this on. I'm going to start putting this on my my YouTube links. Okay, but you can go to henriksen.com and get 5% off this amp. Use my code Ron Jackson, which is right here. It's a permanent code. Please share with all your friends. It's Ron Jackson at Henriksen Amps. Is it HenriksenAmplifiers.com? This is the backwards version for Instagram. And this is what it looks like for YouTube, okay? Go to HenriksenAmps.com and get your own. Save 5% on these amps. They're the best amps, man. They come with, they're really loud, they're light. They come with 2 full channels, reverb, everything. Each channel has full EQ and everything. And you can record with it. Has lines outs and effects loops and everything. So it's great. You know, and I'm one of their influencers. I'm an influencer for a bunch of different brands, but check them out. You know, and use my discount code Ron Jackson Ron Jackson at HenriksenAmplifiers.com. So let me keep answering some questions. I'm going to go for a little bit longer, and I got to eat some lunch. I got to do some things, you know, and I got to practice. So let me answer a couple more questions. I noticed the blues scale is the most common melody in jazz standards. I don't know about that, but I mean, that's a good thing. There's a lot of blues songs with blues melodies, but I don't think a lot of jazz standards have blues scale in it, actually. I think they have mostly, a lot of them have major scales in general, but you know, not only that, but other minor scales and stuff like that. Blues melodies tend to have blues scales, just so you know. Have you ever tried learning or do already know a Bossie's technique or selective picking? No, I don't, Mick Snipes. But I love Tosin Abasi. I've seen him play. I'm actually thinking about buying one of his 8-string guitars. But I have so many damn guitars. I have like 20 guitars, so I don't want to go crazy. But, you know, I actually signed up for his mailing list, and I met him at NAMM a couple of years ago, and I've seen him perform live a couple of times at the NAMM show with Animals as Leaves. I love his playing. They endorse Seymour Duncan pickups like I do. So I have Seymour Duncan pickups on this. This is a Benedetto. And so, yeah, I love Tosin Abasi, man. He's a monster. And I'm thinking about getting his 8-string guitar. But, you know, every time I go to his website, it's always sold out. So, but I'll talk to them. I'll talk to those guys soon. You know, I have enough stuff to worry about. Just so you guys know, I'm going to be going on tour in the West and Midwest in March. So if you know venues for me to pass through, I already have a few dates, but I need to put some filler dates. So if you know a place I can go to, a university, a club, or anything to fill in the dates during the week, let me know. Send me an email at Ron at ronjacksonmusic.com. Ron at ronjacksonmusic.com. And also, if you have any questions or anything, etc. Okay? Now, let me see. I guess that question was inappropriate. Sorry for that. Oh, no. What question? I noticed that the blues scales. Okay, so let me see. Do any jazz songs take inspiration from genres the same way rock does from jazz? Oh, yeah, that's a good question. A lot of jazz songs are from blues songs too, just so you know, or show songs, etc. So just so jazz songs can be inspired from anything. Actually, my last album, Standards and Other Songs. Do I have a copy here? Here it is. My last album, which you can pick up on my website, ronjacksonmusic.com. I took like a Drake song and made it into a jazz song. I took a Bill Withers song, Lovely Day, and made it into a jazz Latin song. So you could be inspired to do a pop songs and R&B songs and hip hop songs into jazz, just so you guys know, okay? So anyway, everybody, can you build chords off of jazz scales? Of course. Of course. A lot of chords are built on jazz scales. So yeah, that's a good question. So, everybody, thank you for watching. Again, I took some questions and answers. I have to get going now, but please watch the playback of this video. Please share my video everywhere. If you enjoyed my show, please, on YouTube, please donate $1 or more to, if you can, to my PayPal at Ron Jackson Music. Okay, at PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App. You're welcome. You're welcome, Billy. And if you want to come attend my jazz improv workshop this Sunday, please sign up, okay, at lively.com, okay? Lively. Look that up. I have a jazz improv workshop, okay? And it's cheap. You can watch 7-day playback, okay? And, I have a bunch of students who are coming to that. And you can watch it from all over the world. I know people are watching from all over the world, so it's 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's actually a good time for Europe and some countries like Australia and even like Asia. You can still make it and watch and not be like up way too late, okay? It's a Sunday, Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. at Lively. It's going to be on Zoom. And you can watch the playback for 7 days. And I have a lot of my students coming, so I appreciate you guys. And, please come to this. And thank you, everybody on Instagram. If you want to buy a badge, let me know. Just go to Instagram right now if you enjoy this show and just, you can buy a badge for $1, $2, and $5, okay? But it was a pleasure going live for you guys. It was fun playing. Actually, let me just play one song before I finish. Sorry about that, guys. Let me play one song. Haha. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you guys very soon. Okay, bye-bye. You can watch the playback after, just so you know. Have a great day.